Hi, Greg Parsley, Superintendent for the VCSC. Today is Monday, June 8th, giving to you an update on where several things stand within the VCSC and many of these items that I'll cover here at the very beginning. I've covered in other weekly video updates. Certainly want to impress upon folks, and we have communicated it through a variety of different means, but we do continue into a summer feed program. We're doing that each and every Monday from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. We're using the sites of the Washington School, or what has become Washington Learning Academy, Tecumseh Harrison, Vigo, and Riley Elementary. And you can get the week's worth of meals, 5 breakfasts, 5 lunches, each Monday at any one of those sites between the hours of 9 and 11, and that will continue through the end of July at the present. So we'll hope you take advantage. No questions asked. You just need to be 18 years of age or younger for those free meals. Voluntary commencement is set for Friday, July 17th at 7 p.m. We're still looking at Alice Arena for that event. It was great to see many of our seniors a couple weeks ago on that Friday the 29th as we did the drive-through. Appreciate Mr. Combs and the number of high school staff that were there for that event. That was an awesome evening. Certainly not the way that we desired, but I think our graduates had some fun. I know parents had some fun. So we were glad that we could provide that opportunity, but we look forward to the commencement on Friday, July 17th again, and what we're preparing is Alice Arena. Franklin Open House, we're still looking at Tuesday, July 21st from 5:30 to 7:30 as we share that building out with all of you and the community. You can expect some information from Mr. Jones, our technology director, and this pertains to our seniors that just graduated, but we do need to remove restrictions from those Chromebooks if students are purchasing those. Seniors and parents of seniors that just graduated will get that information, or Mr. Jones will be releasing some things where we do a drop-off so that we can remove those restrictions. Our school buildings are closed for the month of June. That's allowing our facilities folks to get into the buildings, take care of lots of different things, including with the air and ventilation systems. And then we'll reopen those. Most likely you'll not see the buildings truly reopen until after the 4th of July, but if you're trying to get business taken care of within any of the school buildings, it would probably be best to either call and leave a message or send an email to the principals, but those buildings are closed through the month of June, and again probably until right after the 4th of July. The administration building will reopen on Monday, June 15th, or a week from today at 9 a.m. If there are things that you need, you can certainly contact the administration building, and then we can work with the buildings and take care of some things there. Summer school. I know that I had made mention of this in previous. I simply do not see where the opportunities are going to be there for summer school, and that includes jumpstart programs and so forth based upon guidance that has been given to us. I know a lot of schools, or I shouldn't say a lot, some schools are looking at virtual summer school. I've said all along and have been very consistent, if we could not do summer school with the students and the teachers in the same classroom and working together, that was not a position that we would entertain or go into, and that does not appear as if it's going to happen. So I would not plan on any summer school or jumpstart, as our entire focus now turns to getting the actual 2020-2021 school year started. And again, that's where our focus. So no jumpstart, no summer school at this point. Athletics, in addition to the other extracurricular based upon guidance that did come out Friday, I know the IHSAA, speaking specifically to athletics, things could start July 1st. However, we have made that decision based upon the guidance that has come, and I know our athletic director at the high school, Mr. Quinn, we're looking at Monday, July 6th, and technically that's when phase 1 under the GOE guidance that came out on Friday actually starts. So anything athletic-wise, those decisions will certainly come from Mr. Quinn. but would begin likely on Monday, July 6th there. GOE Guidance, and I'm sure many of you have questions. Many of you are aware that the Department of Ed, in conjunction with the Governor's Office, did provide some guidelines this past Friday that was released. 38 pages of guidelines, and not all of those guidelines are specific just to schools, but also athletics, special education, and some other areas that certainly are all a major part of the education process. We're still going through those guidelines, and what I would emphasize to you, they are simply guidelines. I did not take it as a directive. As we are putting our plans together, and we have a very capable, able team that has already been assembled, and we look at growing that team to get a variety of input. We're to simply take that guidance and put along with any plan that we may have or put into place, but they are simply guidelines. I think you will see in the coming days more guidance will still be issued. Originally, we were told that no guidance would come until July 4th. We as schools said that's too late, as that puts us about a month from starting. These guidelines at least give us an opportunity to start to put side by side and to see if we're able to adhere or meet those guidelines. More, again, guidance will come in the coming days, and as we formulate our plan, as we look at all of our options of what best meets the needs of our staff, our students, and our families, we will put that out there. But a huge piece, and probably what I would say is the most important part of this message, at least today, that from some of the items that I mentioned were as reminders. We're going to release a survey later today, and I want to thank Mr. Salters and Mr. Jones for getting this survey up. We would ask that one be completed from each household, but we need to get the pulse, and we value the input from our families, and we desperately need that while I have this group that is working hard to kind of give a proposal or plan, and that I can take to a larger committee, I need the input of our parents and want the results of this survey so that I can put and begin to kind of mesh, and I think that will guide us a little bit. So we're going to release that survey later today. That survey will be up through this coming Friday at 12 p.m. Then we'll take it down, we'll get the results, and I'll start to go through those. But I cannot impress upon you enough, we need your input, and would just simply ask that you complete that, but one per household, and we'll kind of put that in conjunction with our plan. Simply end with thank everyone, but certainly the folks in Knox County. I think when you look at this pandemic and the job that our frontline workers, Dr. Stewart, many others have done, Knox County is a large county. And when you look at the number of cases, and we certainly know that things can change in a minute's time, but when you look at the job that our hospital and others on that front line have done, I think we can certainly be very appreciative, and I think that helps us as we formulate that plan to be sure that it best meets our needs. And again, I think it all gels very nicely. So I thank our frontline workers and everybody that has done their part. Thanks, and we'll be back in 2 weeks.